Hey guys, welcome back to the Real Southern Garden. I'm Sarah, and today we are headed back to Lowe's to see what awesome things they have in for the first week of March 2026. So they've got a lot of their early spring annuals in right now. They even have some super bells and some petunias, some dianthus trickling in, fruit trees. They had a patio peach tree, which I have not seen at the big box stores. Either I missed it or this is the first year they've had it, but they get about 5 feet tall, 5 feet wide. I'm interested in that myself, let me tell you. So lots of good stuff. So come on with me. Let's go have some fun and see what Lowe's has.
Here we go at Lowe's Garden Center. It's so nice to see geraniums back. So they have quite a few of these guys out. I always love this vibrant pink, especially after winter. And then we have Candy Tuft coming in at $5.48 for this size. And then we have more beautiful pink. This is called Morning Star Rose Thrift. It's a perennial. What a gorgeous color on that. I also like the leaves on it. Kind of reminds me a little bit of almost dianthus, but a little bit different. And then there's some more gorgeous pink down here with this primrose. Look at that crescendo pink. That is gorgeous with that eye in the middle with the yellow. I love that. And then we have lamb's ear coming in at $7.98. We have Purple Beauty Creeping Phlox also coming in at $7.98. And then the Snow Cone Candy Tuft coming in at $7.98 for this size. Then they've got some tulips. If you did not get tulips planted this year and you want some, they've got some here ready for you, already ready to go. $29.98 for this Soft Touch Holly. I've been waiting for those to go on discount, and I don't think they're actually going to this year. So those were left over from Christmas time. We have Red Wing Creeping Phlox. That is also a really nice color. We've got Fort Hill Creeping Phlox also in this really pale purple. Some beautiful ruby fringe flower or loropetalum over here. It's blooming right now. Really, really pretty. And then over here on this rack, we have some Dusty Miller coming in at $1.98. We also have some dianthus and then some beautiful violas, all for $1.98. These would be great to plug into some containers. And you know it is truly spring when you start seeing petunias and super bells and that sort of thing. This is a really nice hanging basket. It's light and fresh. I love the color white. It shows up so well. All of these are $16.98. And then they've got ornamental kale. They also had some of these on the discount rack. These are $8.48. To me, they just scream spring. I love to put these in the landscape for springtime or in a container. I know they're used in fall, but for me, they are definitely spring. And they also have this beautiful yellow color as well. Also very springy. And then down at the bottom, some ornamental kale for $8.48 for this size. I know a lot of people use these in their flower beds in the fall, but for me, they really just look like spring. So I love ornamental kale in the flower bed for springtime. And then we have some euphorbia coming in at $13.48. Larger size of the Candy Tuft also coming in at $13.48. And then this gorgeous, look at this color, this pink on this perennial. This is a new perennial to me. I don't believe that I have I might have seen it before. I definitely haven't grown it. But I love how delicate the little flowers look. And of course, the gorgeous pink color. This is a really beautiful plant. And then we have some red geraniums. Those are a really vibrant color. And then all kinds of bonnie plants have arrived. So the rosemary in this size is $15.98. Now it is a perennial, so it'll come back. Rosemary is always a little pricey, but you could buy a smaller one and just let it grow. It grows fairly quick. Strawberries are in. They have them in hanging baskets. They've got all of the other cool season crops, $5.98, Swiss chard, spinach, romaine lettuce, butter crunch lettuce, you name it. I already picked up a couple of these lettuce plugs myself. I usually do some by seed and I'll buy a few starts. They had celery. They've got cilantro in. They even have tomato plants. I could not believe it. You'll see those on the other rack. So arugula. If you buy a tomato plant now, put it in a container so you can scoot it in your house just in case we do get another frosty night or two. That's what I plan to do. But all kinds of vegetables. These cool season crops right here are going to be a-okay, even if we get down to 30 degrees. You know, they're frost tolerant. Not the case for peppers, of course, tomatoes, and that sort of thing, but the greens can definitely take it. And here's a look at some of the tomato varieties that they have. What I have found, Better Boy is a fantastic one for disease resistance. And of course, the little cherry tomatoes that are called Sweet Million. There's a couple different varieties. Those are fantastic, especially if you're new to growing tomatoes, or maybe you have trouble with the big ones cracking because you don't water them. The specific amount that they need each day, they can be a little tricky sometimes. Try the cherry tomatoes. They do really, really well. They're not going to crack, and you're going to get thousands of them over the season. So that's definitely my pick. Some smaller strawberry plants coming in at $5.98. And then, of course, a couple other varieties of tomatoes. There's Better Boy right there. That's a great one. Roma also does really well. Red beefsteak tomato. I love the heirloom varieties, but I do find that some of these newer hybrids, they just have better disease resistance. Georgia sweet onions are in, also $5.98. And we have cilantro. Love that for all my Mexican dishes. So smaller rosemaries, darts that you could buy. They're going to grow fairly quick, at least for me. Dill. What else do we have up here on this rack? More rosemary, lavender, curled parsley, lemon thyme, and some garden sage. All right, let's head inside. So they've got their cyclamen over here. They've had cyclamen for quite some time now. These are $12.98 for these 6-packs. And then on the opposite aisle, they have some violas. Some of these are looking a little bit rough, but some of the ones, the newer ones that are the purple and white shade are fresh and looking fantastic. They also have petunias already on the other side. Those are $13.98 for the 6-packs. Purple Queen coming in at $3.88. We have these geraniums coming in at $24.98. These are hanging baskets. And look at the color of this Linton Rose, $19.98. But wow, that is such a beautiful shade of mauve. Perennials for $12.98. Such a beautiful shade of lavender. Then we have some of the ready fill containers, $17.98 for this larger size. And then we have the smaller size over here coming in at $12.98. And the coleus is also $12.98. And they have some of their florist hydrangeas in here for $12.98. And of course you saw this in my last video, but the True Bloom Bare Root Roses are in. These are $19.98. I bought a couple of these myself. I bought True Spirit. I've never grown these before. This is my first year to try 2 of them. They are grafted, but I live in the deep south, so they should be okay. I shouldn't lose them to any freezes or anything like that below the graft. Of course, if you did lose one below the graft, it would revert to whatever it's grafted, whatever stock it's grafted onto, which is usually Dr. Huey, but shouldn't have trouble with that in the south. And I'm very excited to see how those roses do. And then over here, we've got some Carolina jasmine and some more of that gorgeous pink primrose. What we're gonna do is swing by the fruit trees. $24.98 for Golden Delicious. It does pretty good growing in clay soil as long as you amend it a little bit. We have Gala apple here, $34.98. Plum tree coming in at $34.98. Kwanzaa cherry tree coming in at $36.98. Yoshino cherry tree coming in at $58. A dogwood tree at $42.98. Stella cherry tree at $41.98. An Alberta peach tree at $34.98. And a Kiefer pear tree also at $34.98. A Belle of Georgia peach at $49.98. A pink dogwood at $42.98. And here's the bonfire patio peach tree. $42.98 for this one, and it stays a nice size, 5 by 5. I think that is awesome that they're carrying that this year. I think that would be a great tree to have for a lot of people. Apparently better if you cook them than they are fresh, but still great to have. Creeping Phlox at $7.98. It's a beautiful color. And then they also had this Scarlet Flame, also at the same price. Pincushion is $7.98 this year for this size. I always love the flowers on those. This double pink knockout is probably my favorite knockout rose in the entire line. I just love the way it looks, so frilly, and it's still a knockout rose. So this is my pick. I'm going to have to pick up some of these this year, I think, and put them somewhere in my landscape because I just think they look so beautiful. And then we have the red knockout rose also. Then on to the Encore Azalea, $16.98 for this size. Autumn Royalty, they had a lot of different colors in. Autumn Embers, they've got that one. Of course, most of them aren't blooming yet, but it won't be long. And we have Heuchera at $13.48. And Asparagus Fern at $3.88. I love the way that one looks. Some more Lenten roses at $16.98. This is kind of like a whitish green color. And then a couple looks at some of the holly here, Oakland holly. They had quite a few evergreens. We already checked these out. We're swinging by them again. How beautiful that bloom is. I just think that the double knockout, the pink, is really, really stunning. Yuletide camellias, $29.98. And then let's head back to the clearance rack and see what they have. They still have these bloomables, crepe myrtles. I bought a couple of these back in the fall. These are all 50% off. So they're gonna come out to just under $14. These cyclamen are gonna be $4 a piece. Also had some pansies, which are going to be also $4 a piece. And the larger pansies at the top are going to come in at $7. And here, once again, is the clearance prices. So you can kind of see what they are. There's a lot of things on the clearance rack right now. Throughout the season, they of course add more things as things come and go. And they also have a limited time, 2 for $15 for hanging baskets. Touch of Gold is going to be half off. And then we have these petite knockout roses that are also going to be half off. These green giant arborvitae are also going to be half off. So half off of $49.98. And these pansies are $4. And these are going to be $7. They still had some different variety boxwoods on the clearance rack, which would be 50% off. So they're going to come in just under $10 for these. Then they already had some of the ornamental kale back here on clearance, also coming in at $4. And then really exciting, 4 for $10. The mulch is on sale. This is pretty much as good as it gets. They do these sales a couple times a season, and also 4 for $10 for the Stay Green garden soil.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you liked today's video. And if you did, I would love it if you would subscribe to the channel. Give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and let me know what is going on in your neck of the woods. And I'll see you back here next time in the next video right here at the Real Southern Garden. Bye, guys.